What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a video straight from the SM Academy, how to improve your squat mobility, a dorsiflexion routine, which, by the way, we have just launched Academy 2.0. Better user experience, easier to navigate. We have already more than 200 classes and more than 100 individual moves, so you can create your own workouts. And as always, we're adding content on a weekly basis. So make sure to click the link down below and sign up for the Academy. Before we get into the video, I want to announce the winner from last video giveaway, who is Mike Weber. You just won an SM Black Basic mat. We're gonna ship this right to you. If you want to participate on next video giveaway, make sure to comment within the first 60 minutes of this video and get a chance to win some SM free merchandise. With that being said, guys, I'll see you in the video. What is up, guys? Today we're going to die. No, I'm kidding. Actually, today I'm kidding. It's not gonna be anything hardcore. We're just going to be working on one of the most limiting aspects when it comes to getting a deep squat, when it comes to getting a good pistol squat, and overall good mobility for all your movement patterns, or most movement patterns, especially in your legs, which is your ankle dorsiflexion. So the ankle is a hinge joint, and that means that it only moves in one single plane, and in this case it moves in the sagittal plane from front to back. Basically, by its own, it only moves in this plane. We can just grab it and sprain the ankle and twist it to the other side, but ideally the ankle is a joint that only moves into that plane, and when we move it forward, we are plantar flexing or pointing our toes, or in this case would be dorsiflexing or flexing our toes. So this routine is going to be divided into, we're going to be doing about 8 exercises. We're going to be doing, again, as always, ballistic stretching, static stretching, PNF, some integrations at the end, some myofascial release. So the routine is structured in a way that the first couple exercises are meant to be done every single day if you have a lot of restrictions in that area. Then we move on into more of the advanced and hardcore exercises, which are PNF exercises. Those I would recommend only doing it 2 to 3 times per week, and you can do only that section, which is the last section, at the end of your workout twice per week, or you can do the entire full routine as a standalone 2 to 3 times per week. So once again, just the beginning, every single day if you have restrictions on that area. The second part as a post-workout, once you are fully warm up, because we're going to be doing some warm-up before the entire routine, or the entire routine as a standalone. With that out of the way, we're going to need a couple of tools right here. A stick to do some myofascial release, some plates to elevate ourselves, as well as doing some weighted on our knees. And these 2 dumbbells, you don't need dumbbells, but just a slight elevation. If you have very tight restriction, we're going to begin with doing regular squats or heel elevated squats. Let's begin right away. Blocks to elevate yourself if you need some, and a resistance band to add some mobilization to the ankle. So we're going to begin with some just regular squats or heel elevated regular squats. Now, if you can come down completely and you have absolutely no restrictions, no pain in the ankle joint, or no pain in the tibialis anterior for tensing it too much, then go ahead and do regular squats. If not, let's warm up with some elevated, heel elevated squats. We're gonna test the ankle dorsiflexion after this, but I wanna get just a quick warm-up set before we get into that. Torso is straight, posterior to your pelvis, slight anterior when you're coming down, neutral spine, go as low as you can go, and push yourself up. Make sure your knees are going to the outside, and then going forward. If you don't feel any stretch on the ankle whatsoever, then either lean forward slightly bit or remove the elevation. Let's go for 5 more. 5, 4, making sure as always the knee is going to the outside. You're creating that arch on your foot and you're not allowing your knee to cave in, which is a compensation for either dorsiflexion, the proximal, the next joint that is below, or tight hips, because we're talking about the knee now, but let's focus on the ankle. Go for 1 more, go down. Now just hold it here and or with the heels elevated. I want you to begin rocking side to side, just applying a small pressure into the ankle at each and every time. Ankle dorsiflexion restriction or any mobility restriction can be either caused by flexibility issues. Basically, you have way too tight the gastrosoleus complex, which is the muscles of the calf, or you have restrictions on the joint itself. We're going to work on through all those limitations. Now let's begin with the test. So stand at about 5 inches from the wall. That's roughly what my phone measures. And a simple test is beginning with the toes touching your phone. This is a pretty good range of motion. If your knee can touch without your heel elevating, that means that you have a good amount of ankle dorsiflexion. I got a good decent amount, not so big, but I got a decent amount. Try it on the other side, just for the sake of one, recording yourself if you want to track your progress. Second, if that is not happening and you need to go like 2 inches and you're still struggling, it means that you have pretty bad ankle dorsiflexion, because you could go down into a squat, and because you have good thoracic flexion and because you have good hamstring flexibility and hip opener as well, you may be here and not be falling, but it might not be the ankle dorsiflexion. That's why you want to try this test to see if that actually is the problem. So 5 inches from the wall, try it one side, try it the other side, record yourself and see how you progress with this routine or with the entire system that we are producing. So let's get into the first exercise. It's going to be the test, then the warm-up on the squats. Now let's do some myofascial release with the stick. Ideally, not so much of a thin stick, someone that you can kill somebody with. I'm kidding again. You can put it in between your calf muscles, and this also works to release the hamstrings, which is also a problem to get into a deep squat if you have tight hamstrings. So just put it in any place on the calf and the hamstring and feel where the most amount of tightness is. Let's roll it a little bit backwards. You can be on, ideally you want to be on plantar flex, because in this you'd be putting a lot more pressure into the stretch, into the max range of motion of your ankle. Put it, start with as close to the knee as possible, sink down with control, slow, and feel the release. Take a deep inhale, roll it back, exhale. Wherever you feel that you don't want to be there, that's the place that you want to stay. I know. But that's the exact place where you want to be spending the most amount of time in, because that's where you are going to have the most amount of restrictions. You want to be spending here for about 1 or 2 minutes, just the time that we just spent, in case you're doing this on your own, following the PDF. But for now, we're good to go. Next one is going to be ballistic forward lunges with reach, 10 on each side and 2 to 3 sets. We're gonna go for 2 sets. So for the lunges, you're going to lean forward into a lunge, and if you don't feel any stretch right here and you feel like on your hip flexor or something, move your knee closer, and I want you to go with the knee forward. Now, the most important part here is that your knee is not caving in, but your knee is going to the outside, and you're driving that knee forward, never going to the outside, using all the medial part of your leg to push it to the outside, and go forward, and then go back. Let's go for 10 on the right, and then 10 on the left. So go here, forward, 1, and back, 2, keeping your attention on your breathing, nice and steady, 3, 4, if you feel like you begin to open up, then get your knee closer, drive forward, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, now 10, we're gonna hold for about 10 seconds, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. I'll switch. Right foot is in front, hips are square, knees going to the outside, lean forward, apply small pressure with your hands. Ready for 1, let's go for 9 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you got more tension, bring the knee forward, back knee, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. We're gonna be doing another set with the resistance band to create some more space into the joint. I wanted to mention that make sure that your heel is not coming off the ground. That will be completely cheating into the exercise. So at the same time that you're leaning forward, you're pressing with your toes, you're also using your heel to press back and allow to create more space within the ankle joint. One more time. So I'm gonna be using, to resist this band, I'm gonna be putting it in the middle of 2 plates. You can put it in a pole, anywhere you like. I'm gonna wrap it here. Hopefully this is enough weight. Should be. You can start with the red one or the black one. It doesn't really affect that much the resistance because we're not gonna be going against it, but it's gonna be opening a space in that joint. So the same deal applies. We're gonna go into a lunge. This time you can go a little closer if you want more tension pulling you back. Make sure it's really not right here where the joint is not there, right where the separation between the ankle and the tibialis anterior is. Right there is where the joint is. So make sure it's pushing you in that direction, then the band is not in a elevated surface. That's gonna pull the band up. And with this one, let's go for 10 forward. Ballistic style stretching, so just little bounces. 2, 3, you can use the back hand to pull you back. 4, 5, doesn't really matter what my torso is doing, you can be on flex, you can work on back bends if you want to, but ideally when we're working on this type of specificity movements, you want to really put all your mind and body connection into that space. Let's go for 2 more. 1, 2, now hold. When you hold, I want you to keep driving the knee forward, maybe walk the hands forward. Again, my back foot can be lifted, I can be right here. What really truly matters is that I'm pressing the heel down into the ground, my knee is going to the outside, and I'm driving the knee as forward as I can go. And release. Put it on the other foot. Find that separation in the ankle joint. Add some pressure with the hand. Pull it down so it doesn't go up and doesn't disturb the separation. And let's go forward for 10 times. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every time you want a little move forward, telling your body that this range of motion, it is a safe place to be. For 3 more. 3, 2, last one, 1. The hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Once again, you can do that exercise all 3 with the band if you want to, but try to go for 2 to 3 sets, 10 to 12 repetitions on each side, plus a 10 to 15 second hold on each side as well. Next one is going to be dynamic 3-way standing single leg ballistic calf stretch. Okay, what the hell is that? That is a regular calf stretch that you would do standing. That's what I brought this plate on. 225 works for me. It depends on your mobility. If you can be here and you have way too much dorsiflexion that you touch the floor, then add some little more elevation and work with an elevation that you can lower without touching the floor. So I probably need some more after warming up. We're gonna go for, again, the same ballistic stretching, which is basically bouncing into the stretch and getting into that end range of motion that more than you can actually hold in the position. But we're gonna be going in 3 ways, meaning that we're gonna go in this manner for 8 times, then we're gonna turn the heel to the outside, not the entire leg, not the entire torso, your hips are facing forward, only the leg is in internal rotation. We focus more on the outside part of our calf. 10 times in there, and then 10 times on this direction. I'm gonna remove the block just for the sake of demonstration purposes. Let's go for, you're gonna need something to grab yourself and not worry about balance itself. And your knee, we are going to do only one set, but you can do this set either with your knee completely extended and with your knee bent. With the knee bent, you add more force into the stretch. It's a little bit more intense, but with the knee extended, your calf is on a bigger stretch, range of motion, and you're gonna develop a little bit more strength. So we're gonna do it with the leg straight. Let's go 8 times down. 1, 2, 3, and I want you to use the same strength of your calf to pull yourself up. It's not a matter of doing calf raises, so I just want you to go a little past beyond 90-degree angle, and then the most important part is the sinking down. Let's go for 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Now to the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lower down, hold for like 2 seconds. Now to the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold. Let's go for 10 seconds on each position now that we just stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go backward, so heel to the outside, down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now the last one. Straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You see, you don't need to be doing handstands to sweat like crazy if you're in Miami. I forgot to mention the other foot. I was like hanging in there just because like I'm used to the exercise and I also want to build a strength in the coming up. But if you are always plantar flexing and your calf is the restriction, it's not the joint itself, you are going to be tensing that muscle. So the other leg, let's put it here to relieve when you are coming up, using both of your legs and both of your, basically your entire body to come up, and you focus more on that pressing down. Let's go. First, neutral position, go facing forward, down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold for like 2 seconds. Now, knee to the inside, heel to the outside, hip square, down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get 2 more, that's okay. Let's go heel to the inside for 1, 2, 3. As you can see, I'm assisting myself with my right leg as my other one is pushing up. Basically pushing up with this one and letting my other foot or heel sink down. 2 more, 2, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel to the outside, looking back in circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the middle. 10 seconds or 5 seconds, counting in half. If you feel any pain on the knee that is on the leg that is stretching and you have the knee completely in extension, then add slight bend to protect the knee if you suffer from knee pain. If not, you're good to go. And release. Just to add a little bit to that, I'm gonna be with 2 feet, and lowering your heels down, just finding that stretch. Now the next one that we're going to be doing here is going to be a PNF stretch. I'm only going to be doing 1 set per leg, but if you're doing this as a standalone or if you're doing it at the end of your workout, the second part is actually from this one that we are standing up, and actually from the band right there, which are more specific towards the joint itself, and they're harder on your central nervous system, and if you do that every single day, it might be a problem. It depends on your level as well. So PNF, we're going to be doing exactly almost the same, but instead of bouncing in and out of the stretch, what we're going to be doing is pressing as hard as we can go to really tighten up the calf muscles, and that's going to create a stretch reflex. And then once we sink into the stretch, we're going to be able to get deeper. That is going to be the first PNF. The second PNF is going to be right here. We're going to be able to lift our toes. That way we're now engaging the tibialis anterior, and that is going to create a reciprocal inhibition, which basically the opposite muscle is going to relax. So let's go with the first one. So right foot on top of any elevation. I want you to plantar flex as much as you can go. Flex, flex, flex. Now you basically tensing the muscle that we're stretching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you relax into the stretch, and basically your muscle says, okay, so you're tensing me, now I need to relax. Your muscle spindle sends signals to your brain, and your body relaxes. You can add little bounces if you like, find some movement, some tightness that you might find. Now let's go for the other PNF on the same side. What I want you to do is lift your toes, engage the tibialis anterior, lift, 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 and even in range of motion on your dorsiflexion. Then 3, 2, 1, relax the toes, but you're sinking deeper into the stretch. Basically, once you contract this muscle, the opposite muscle is going to relax. Switch it up. Maybe do some circles to your ankle. Let's go towards the left. Same deals apply. Plantar flex. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now relax and allow gravity to do its work. Now same motion, lift your toes, activate tibialis anterior, use anything for balance. For 5, 4, as hard as you can go. 3, 2, 1. Now relax your toes and sink deeper into the stretch, opening into the calf muscles. And release. Little circles. Again, that one is the most intense one from all that we have done yet. That one, I wouldn't do it every single day. PNF on any single joint muscle or single joint that you have. If you overdo it, it's going to be way too much for your central nervous system, and it's going to affect your actual training, if this is not your actual training, in the long run. So make sure that you listen to your body, especially your central nervous system. Now we're going to be doing another one pretty intense. So once again, listen to your body. This is a full routine. You guys know me that I like to give as much information as possible, and even my team tells me, but do 3 exercises. I'm like, no, let's go for 8 exercises. But basically, that's how I like to go. So for this one, we're gonna be in a half squat. So one knee, right knee in this case, is gonna be down into the squat, and the other one is going to be, this one is going to be in a squat position, this one is going to be in a kneeling position. You can be on plantar flex, or you can be in dorsiflex. Dorsiflex ideally, so you get that lift and you're able to push down. You can use a plate, a dumbbell, anything heavy, and we're going to basically push down with the help of your hands, and at the same time with the help of the plate. So now we are adding more weight into that end range of motion, and this is gonna tell our body that it's not only safe to be in this position, but it's even safe to actually put weight and control that movement, and that's when you develop true mobility. You can do some ballistics on this one as well. You can also add the PNF by lifting the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relaxing a little bit deeper into the stretch, and then break. So now let's go to the other side. Go kneeling on your left, put the plate on the right knee, find that comfortable spot, lean into dorsiflexion, place your forearms, if you are doing this on a plate, make sure your knee is not caving in, you're going to the outside, you're using that glute to create that external rotation on the hips. Now let's add some ballistic, going forward, only 5 times, hold on your maximum range of motion. Tell your body that it's safe. Now some PNF, so lift the toes, engage. You should feel a really sharp pain for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now relax into the stretch. Now the calf says, okay, I need to relax. Let's go deeper and break. So that set alone took a lot of energy out of me, and we're talking about a very small joint in comparison to the other joints that we have. That's why, for example, PNF on the shoulders, you don't want to be doing that much. 2 to 3 times per week is the sweet spot to go for. Now we're going to be doing 2 poses for integration, just holding the position and telling our body that now we just gained this new range of motion, now we can use it and we can actually chill in that position. We're going to go for downward facing dog 1 minute, and then a low squat 1 minute. So if downward facing dog was a struggle for you, now you're going to find that, depending on the day that you're doing this or anything, at least your ankle is being able to actually relax a little more, and maybe you just find limitation either on the shoulder or on the hamstring itself. If you find any limitation on the hamstrings, that you are here and you just want to get your heel to the floor just because, bend your knees and work on driving the hips up and back, eliminating the hamstring factor. You can also eliminate the shoulder factor and only work on the dorsiflexion of your ankle. So working on million things, but that'll be the primary thing. If not, if you want to go for downward facing dog, find a single point of attention in the middle of your knees and just relax into the stretch. Gain back your attention of your breathing. Just don't miss the opportunity to work on scapula elevation, stability, on your ability to be still in a position, on your hamstring flexibility, your shoulder mobility, on your wrist conditioning, but most importantly, yourself, by observing, not by judging. Slowly begin walking your feet closer to you and get into a deep squat. I'm gonna face the camera. We're gonna be here for 1 minute. Why I say goodbye to all of you guys. So you can stay in this position. If this is still not accessible to you, you can just work on the last part on your way down to getting into the deep squat. This is a fundamental position to be in. You don't need to be like me, ass to grass, but at least being able to sit on this position, it is fundamentally key for a tuck handstand, for all handstand variations that you can think of. And just having a deep squat is a basic fundamental movement pattern. It encompasses a wide variety of disciplines. You can find some movement, enjoy your new free range of motion. Again, you want to be doing this routine depending on your limitation, depending on the test, and depending on your goals. If your goal is a simple pistol squat, then a good amount of dorsiflexion is required, but not that much. Now, if your goal is a dragon squat, now we're talking about different things. Now we're talking about really doubling that dorsiflexion that we will get, for example, on a pistol squat. That's why it is a little bit of a harder movement. But I will begin squat, pistol squat, then a good shrimp squat with lean, then a dragon squat. But the most important part is that you can sit here for the entire day without any pain on your tibialis anterior or any sharp stretch on your calf muscles. So that's it for today, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what else you want to see on this channel. We have updated our SM store. We have new yoga pants, new model, new SM joggers, new model as well as new SM shirts, both in black and in blue, as well as an SM bag, so you can put all your merchandise within that bag and carry it with you. With that being said, guys, I will see you all next week. Much love. Making your body be stable and making your body be static in a position that it's not very common for your body to be in. Finding that mental stability again and mental calmness in a challenging pose is what is going to allow you to grow not only as a mover but as a human being. If you were able to be on a unstable position or a unusual position for your body and stay there past that threshold where your mind tells you, I want to get out of here, I just want to get out of here. If you pass that threshold, and combining knowledge and understanding with practice and experience is what we're creating Satsuma movement for your unique journey. I'll see you on day one.